Who's that? Artie Pants? What are you doing, Artie Pants? Hello, welcome to my tube. My name is Margie. I'm Hayok. I am Path. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. I do this a lot. I got a lot of joint pain and stuff. I like to stay limber, stay nimble. Ever see those old people and their arms get all, their fingers and stuff get all crinkled up? Yeah. Gotta keep in my dexterity. See, Uncle Sam gave me 6 in 3 months. Got 2 a time in the Air Force. AVA. They got 0.5 milliliters of formaldehyde in each one. So people are wondering about all these endocrine, autoimmune disease, all this stuff where people's freaking electrical systems are freaking shorting out. That's why we freaking pay for our nation to poison us every day in our food, in our breathing air, the shit they're spraying in our breathing air. More and more people are starting to believe it. They know it. They're just, go with the narrative. That doesn't happen. That's not what they mean. My brother said that my whole entire life. That's not what they meant. That's not what they mean. He's always one of those guys always corrects my behavior, the control freak. And they can be like sweet little old grandmas too, that vibration. They just, those are the worst. The ones that are sweetly manipulate you. Cause me, not a lot of people have been super nice to me in my life. People have downright treated me very shitty in my life. Alright? But you can't take it personal, right? But they personally, pick on the people that they want to make feel bad. Try not to let them make me feel too bad. So the world is just getting crazier and crazier. And I had a hard day, man. I was weepy today. I was crying all day. Full moon in Cancer, my rising sign. And I just keep hearing about how great everything's gonna get. I'm like, you mean like... I don't know. I was thinking about that today. I'm like, Marge, as uncomfortable as you are today, are you as uncomfortable as you were any day? Like on your best day when you were in Oregon? Like my worst day here is still better than my best day when I was in Oregon. Because we didn't even have running water and stuff like that. So, I sometimes I forget to freaking be grateful, I try not to get sad about stuff, because all these emotions and feelings, it's just all energy and it'll pass anyway, it'll pass. Things will be all right. Just I hate having to deal with systems and people that go by scripts and feel inferior in their lives because sometimes it doesn't go well. And so I don't know, next week we got to talk to some caseworker for Social Security, and I always makes me nervous. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. It's weird. I got the letter that said that they're gonna call what time and what day, and you look at the hours. This is the Social Security office, right? Federal. That's the thing, is all these people, they're still getting paid like $3,000-$4,000 a month, and they're sitting in their pajamas and their slippers at home making phone calls all day. It's just so bizarre. But you look at the office hours and it says closed every day, Monday through Friday. Monday closed, Tuesday. It's all closed. They're not, So what about all these buildings? They're still paying for all this overhead, right? right? They're still getting subsidized funds to cover the cost of money of facilities that they aren't using. The whole world is misappropriation of funds, man. If people want to know about misappropriation of funds, I've been tracking since I was in the Air Force back in 2000. As soon as I freaking went, I knew what it was. It's just all bullshit, man. The whole world is a show. It's all theatrics. All of it is, man. I was watching, I was slumming it in Twatter today, and freaking some dude posted on TikTok, like, you see a little white dot falling and then going into the ocean, and then the freaking explosion. You know, it's just all bullshit. It all is the Truman Show. You know, you got a bunch of freaking people that don't have any better ideas in life but to just create a bunch of freaking chaos to watch the puppets dance. You know, they're killing people. You know, the people wiping. You know, they say 3 people died on the. I think the numbers are substantially higher. They always are. They just never tell us. You know. They don't want to know. They don't want the world to know the impact of their nefariousness because they're just playing games, and we're the little pawns. And all of the money that we pay, like, you know, when we pay like all the tax rate, you know, everything, we have everything's taxes. They use all that just to freaking, you know, we're labs in a rat. We're aliens or we're little ants in an ant farm. You know, they let us. They let a bunch of freaking rich snob, freaking unimaginative, freaking dipshits let the majority of the population go on about their everyday business when they feel like it. And as we've seen this last couple years, they didn't feel like it, and they don't want to let people. The things that they don't want to allow, which begs the question, who the fuck gave them the authority? Who gives these people the authority? I don't give them any authority. I don't give any police any authority. When I was a kid, I didn't give the cop in Reading the authority to freaking point a loaded gun at me. After we dropped Mom's freaking boyfriend off, because he was the one that threatened my life, and the cop drew his gun on me. I'm a 15-year-old girl. You can tell I'm not a freaking grown man. He wasn't even in the car, and you drew on me? And then the other stupid Reading cop that put me in I was going into my house, and the lock stuck. The key stuck in the lock. Did it to my roommate, too. Did it to both of us, right? So probably just a little WD-40 would have probably been okay, but we didn't do that, and it stuck. So they drive by, they freaking flash a light on me, have me come down, put me in handcuffs to call in instead of just asking my roommate right there. It was, I was in handcuffs, and I was nervous because freaking authority dickheads. I'm an authority dickhead magnet, and they just like to, they've been fucking with me my whole life. People have been fucking with me my whole life. It's amazing I haven't freaking just like snapped and freaking, you know, like one of these nut jobs, but evidently I have more of a faith-based experience that I'm having, you know. But and then I twisted my ankle, rolled off the ankle, and freaking fell flat on my face while this stupid dumb bitch cop was laughing at me. You know, it's those people that, you ever heard a story about how like cats they toy with mice because they like to smell their fear? There's people that aren't people. They're not really people. They're not really humans. Because humans don't harm other humans, but these non-humanoid type beings, I don't know, they could be just so egocentric that they're completely void of spirit. You know, they could have demonic entities stuck to them. It don't matter. They're evil, freaking low-vibing motherfuckers. You know? And they like fear, and they feed off of it. And so when they inject fear into society, they're just getting their rocks off. You like my shirt? Because straight people like rainbows too. I came up with that when I was 9. I made a lot of stuff happen that I manifested a lot of stuff. Then when I get to Oregon, the universe said, nope, you're going on lockdown. You're going within, and you're going to freaking get in on some self-awareness and some reflection, and you're going to heal some hurts and work on some stuff. And you're going to do that so much because the world's going to need your help, Marge, when they got to do it too. But you got, I got to concentrate and focus on the people that want it, because there's plenty of shortcutters. There's plenty of cheaters. I saw that stupid chick. I wish I never would have gave money to chicken see her stupid comedy show, that Amy Schumer chick. But I saw her in Omaha, and she got liposuction. She feels good. It's kind of interesting. So I've been kind of tracking Jenna Jameson, because they said that she had this disease, autoimmune disease, but it's not. They found out it wasn't. And I'm just like, man, it's the energy field, man. You can't freaking do all that you can't cause so much harm to your body and your spirit and not think that you're going to fucking have negative attachments freaking hanging on to you. It's ignorant. But people don't live in that world. People live in the world where third quarter profits, and that's what matters. APOs and all this bullshit. It's all rainbow games. The stuff that, it's not for me. Whenever there's somebody in charge and they can change the rules and make it how this way or that way whenever they feel like it, I don't want to participate in that. Anything like that, man. It's not for me. So, weird stuff. More people are freaking losing their emotional, they don't have emotional control. And a lot of these people that have been poisoning themselves with other stuff, crazy madman, besides, people are just losing their ability to restrain themselves, to not do that. We're seeing it every day in freaking accidents, I just saw an article, a 25-year-old kid here in New Mexico freaking beat his mom up and killed her. And it's just like, people don't got no respect for life. You see it every day, how fast they drive up and down the road. They just don't care about life. People don't, until something happens and it's just like, oh my God, life is so fragile. I grew up knowing how fragile life was. We don't get every day, and we don't always get food. We don't always get, we don't always get water and heat and stuff like that. And there's so many people out that are waking up to that realization that it's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. Nobody's here to guarantee that you're freaking warm, your little toasty buns are warm at night. Or that when it's hot out, that your preciousness is gonna be nice and cool at all times. Nobody's given that. Even the freaking stupid not stupid. It's I'm sure that they mean well the Constitution, but it's just all a bunch of words that as you see, we're not living today. It's like it's like an old menu. Oh yeah, we just use it for reference every now and again, but it has everybody chasing a dangling carrot. While a bunch of people, it's just, the imbalance is out of control, so now things are going to tip back. I said 2020 was the year of clear vision. I thought that's the year that people were going to, I didn't think it was going to go far. I just thought, not America, man. People are going to not buy into the bullshit, but what happened is Americans got fucking dumb, fat, and lazy, is what happened. Is that it just got easier for them to do nothing, just comply. And heck, the TVs and movies have been teaching people how to just do what you're told, be the good Samaritan, just team player. You just want to be that team. Nobody's ever freaking wanted me to be a part of their team, so now I'm like, fuck your team, fuck your team, fuck your team, DC, fuck your team, Hollywood, fuck team Hollywood, fuck team DC, fuck team Elite, fuck team Illuminati, fuck team fucking anybody that freaking harms anything for divination, for any god that they believe in. Fuck all y'all. And there's an article today. This shit happens. I freaking tweeted it on Twitter. I don't do that much. Where is it? Animal sacrifice sees drunk priest allegedly behead a man instead of a goat. They get all drunk and stupid. I thought it was a goat. I thought it was a goat. Freaking decapitated. It's all bullshit, dude. And they're now, this was Newsweek. It's an article on Newsweek. Animal sacrifice sees drunk priest allegedly behead man instead of a goat. That was not an accident. And don't. When I grew up in Reading, there was lost lanes, and everybody knew that they did freaking animal sacrifice, human sacrifice, you know. And I remember seeing when I was freaking 15, I saw my first. You know, you have these things in life. You have these little experiences in life, and it's like, oh my gosh, that answers this question. And as soon as I saw my first snuff film, like every person on a freaking milk carton. 800,000 people go missing a year. That's what happens to them. They freaking do whatever they want. They just got weird, twisted idea. And you know what? You know what is so weird about it is that they're perversions that these people get off on it. Somebody posted about how that Spacey dude freaking was so violent to the little boys that he liked, because he liked that when they were loud and fearful and stuff like that, because he's just a dark, twisted. You could see it, dude. You could see it. That guy oozes evil. That he evidently got 86 from freaking Pervert Island, supposedly. So, it's a trip. It's a trip what the world is openly. I mean, it's always been like this and hiding it in secret. But now they're just openly doing it. Now it's like, oh, we don't care. We don't care. Or this is how it is. But, you know, I guess if more people stepped up into their faith and got a closer relationship to God, Jesus Christ, whatever, you know, get a my God, my heart has always been Mother Nature, God. The tides, moon cycles, all of that has always been my God. I had my first chart done on parchment paper, April 9th, 1974, when I was born. You know, I've been tracking the stars my whole entire life. And to see these different storylines, they're trying to make more witches. They're trying to, you know, lump people. It's just more versus stuff. I can do it too. I can do the verses all day long. I'm Heyoka. I see the freaking verses in everything. Some days I wish I didn't. But it's just how it is. Just how God made me. What else? We got Stanley over here. And then little Tango up here. He's taking his afternoon little nap. This one's funny. Oh, it's funny. Cats in coveralls, Ma. Ma's sleeping. I always put Mom to sleep. How you feeling today, Ma?
I feel good.
You feel good? I worry about her not getting enough. We didn't do a dance party. She hasn't been in the mood. But I got to figure out how to get her out and moving. Or get her around moving enough. Because at least with Sass, you know, with Sass, she'd take Sass to go to the bathroom. Now I'd worry about her sitting. Because I changed her socks. And I was like, no, your feet are too cold, Ma. You got to move around more. You got to rock or something. You know. Then it's like, let her do whatever she wants, you know. She's all I got in this world. I told her I want to get one of those big hamster balls and put her in that, you know. But I've always known that the world for what it was, and I never lied to myself and told myself that it was not something that it was. I mean, there's just culprits and just, you know, and they're every single one of them are people. Most people, well, I don't know. I think some people freaking are born with some darkness in them all along. It's just their life lessons. But, you know, I think mostly people kind of all on the same, you know, and it's their life circumstances. They can either, you know, make them more sweet or more sour. And I'm trying to stay on the sweet side, and some days I really struggle. I really do. I really do. Because now right now, I got all this energy, but it's a stay in time. It's a don't go out. You don't, it's a stay in, be reflective kind of time for me. So I get squirrely, you know. And then I remember my primary purpose. My primary purpose is always to take care of my mom. So always take care of my mom. And see, you know, when she first came to live with me 15 years ago, 2007. 15 years, Ma. Yeah. You know, we mostly lived together. She's always been kind of my roommate. Yeah. There's years that we didn't, though. But it's just always nice to have company. Some days I wish we had more, you know. Like, hey! Yeah, I used to, when I lived in Omaha, I'd have dinner parties and make like chicken and steak fajitas like they used to make at Chevy's and make them all fancy and have people over and play games and stuff like that. And, it'll happen again one day. I just like laughing, hearing stories, entertaining, always have. So, anyway. I was getting sad about that today, about, you know, it's just like, God, man, life is just, especially like the last 5 years, it's just been a lot of struggle. And I'm not just for me, I'm talking about a lot of people on this planet, and it's coming more and more. And as great as it is that so many people are prospering and stuff like that, that a lot of people aren't. A lot of people aren't, you know, and the system isn't made to help them. So we got to get creative and and help all the living things, you know, not just the ones that look a certain way or act a certain way or talk a certain way, or, you know, it's for everybody. I want to see if we can get some sort of, you know, before I die, I want to see if we get some sort of heaven on earth in places, you know. I'd like to see the world accessible, that like regular people can go to irregular places and see exceptional things and extraordinary things, you know, without having to freaking be millionaires and stuff like that. I want everybody to have opportunity to see this great big. Well, it's not as big as, I don't think the world is as big as people think, but I want more and more people to see it and have the opportunity to experience other cultures, because the more they do that, the more you freaking kind of get an idea who you are, you know. So, word is things are getting better. And I've heard that a lot of years. And they have, you know, they have gotten better. They just get better in like these little bit. I'm ready for better. Huh, Ma? Ready for better, Ma? A better little 1-bedroom place? Wood stove? Fenced in yard near a little creek? Better? Yeah, have people come visit? Would you like that?
That'd be nice.
Be nice. Yep, sure would be nice. So these are the things that I'm trying to work on, without trying to be in fear, man. I some days I spent, because it's my body. I don't know how to describe it except for my cells just feel like they're all being wrung out. Like I'm like how people feel that impending, you know, that fighter. I feel that all the time. So on days where the universe gives me things, you know, to practice not to worry about, but they still could be worrisome, I have to try extra to keep it down. And a weird thing started happening since Sass left is that I haven't had hot flashes in years. Like I started having them when I was and I look at it as energy. It's just energy, is a fluctuation of energy. Guys get it too. I see those big old freaking dudes, freaking sweat pouring down their face middle of winter. Yeah, they're having a hot flash. I don't know, all this stuff people call gender specific is so stupid. It's not. It's both. But anyway. So I gotta freaking do stuff extra to freaking transmute freaking whatever fear I don't want to have. Because I don't want to live in fear, man. You live in fear, you just keep attracting things that you're just going to be afraid of. You know? I know. God's taken care of me and Mom for a long time. And it's always that, he's not going to freaking carry us this far just to be like, hey, thanks for being faithful all these years. Now we're just go live in a box. No, I don't think that is, but anyway, more and more people are coming into experiences, just like I've been seeing for a long time. More people are going to get an opportunity to experience what it's like, and people are posting all over like empty shelves and stuff like that. And it's just like, you keep that vibrational frequency of lack in your heart. That's what I try to do for Mom. I'm always giving Mom choices because she's had that vibrational frequency. She's had that desperation and that lack. I've had it too. So that's why it's important for us not to be in that lack. So it's like we live like in abundance, like whatever you want, Mom. What do you want today? What do you want? What do you want to eat? What do you want? Well, let me give you lots of choices. You got lots of options, When people don't feel like options and choices, man, that puts them in a state, man. Puts them in a state. There's a lot of people in states right now. And a lot of people have worked real hard to keep things the way they are. Change is inevitable. So, yeah. There's going to be a lot of people, and I got to stand and I got to remember this myself. And I'm saying this to me too, is that when people start coming forward, and like, oh my God, I was a part of the freaking military industrial complex. There was never a threat. We just killed people. Oh my gosh, when they start realizing that, all that stuff, that I just need to be here to be supportive of those people, because I was a part of it too, and I gotta remember that I mean, we're all born with all this knowledge, and then we meet representations of life that reflect the truth in which we believe, what we believe in was going to be verified, supported, endorsed. What other people believe. I swear that's how, like, I wonder how many Satanists got recruited and stuff like that from just like going to a movie and seeing like from people that went to that demographic. Like do they target, like, put based on your credit card activity of buying a movie ticket like that? As they start putting stuff in your algorithms. I always think about recruitment, how they recruit people. I remember talking to the recruiter in the Air Force, and I was like, dude, I'm not an 18-year-old kid. I'm a 25-year-old woman. You can't bullshit me. You can't, there's nothing, you don't have to give me, because that's what they do. Is the recruiter tells the recruitee everything they want to hear. Oh yeah. Sign-on bonus. Oh yeah. Duty station. You go wherever. Oh yeah. Tell you, and then you sign her, and then it's like, And then he said, well, don't judge the Air Force on basic training, because that's not the real Air Force. And don't judge it on tech school, because that's not the real Air Force. Well, I was at a duty station off it. That's how I flipped baby bitch Bush the bird on 9/11 out the hangar door. And there was no man. There's no man. There's nobody standing next to me doing it too. Just me all by myself. And I was just thinking, oh, I hope he sees. Hope he looks out the window and sees. Yep. I wonder if anybody else can say that on the planet. I could be the only one. Anyway, that was a high profile base. They used to pull people out of their duty from doing their jobs to go stand next to the fucking flight line for hours. Like 20 people, 30 people. Just so when General Dickhead took off, General Douchebag, just so that he may or may not look out the window to see 20 dipshit airmen waving at him standing in the freezing ass cold. Yeah, it's all bullshit. They would fly out. They call them training missions, right? These fucking D-bag officers would fly out to Virginia Beach, yeah? Get that day per diem, because it's training. Play rounds of golf with their buddies. And Andrews, too. Andrews Air Force Base was when they do that, too. They do it in Andrews. Be home in time for dinner. All on the taxpayer's dime. And I'm just like, man, why is this okay? But I was just the asshole. That's why I only did 6, because I saw so much waste, so much misappropriation of funds. And then when I went to Operation Iraqi bullshit and saw the rows of Humvees, I'm like, this is what this is all for. It is so people can make money. Innocent people die so people can make money. And it's all in the hands of the government. And it happens civilization after civilization, and it always comes down to the people having to freaking stand up and being like, I don't want your freaking bullshit. And these freaking rich snobbery people that can't do jack shit for themselves, man. Politicians, they're inept. They're like not real people. Have you ever been around them? They're like vacant. Hello? Yeah. So fake. So far from who they really are. Just putting on shows. Everyday shows. It's all a party. It's all a show. And we pay for it every day. And people aren't freaking thinking anything about God or their spirit or being good to other human beings. They're just thinking about how much money they can make, how much influence they can be. How much power they can have over others, all that shit. And all that shit I've never had any interest in. And that's why this planet has always been very uncomfortable for me. Because all the stuff that people are into, I'm just not into. All that popularity, all that stuff. All this shit, like, all this stuff that mattered to people in high school, I did it. Because I participated. It never mattered. And there's still people that are just living in the same cycle. With the football player, it's a one never-ending game. It's annoying. There's just so much other life to be lived, but people are just, that's what their lives are. They just evolve around these numbers and, yay, my team won, my team lost. It's just stupid. And freaking people, the resources wasted on that alone is just freaking the karma for that. No. Anyway. All right. I yammered on long enough. Oh, that's why I didn't finish talking. Mom and I, we watch Big Fish. I always cry when I watch Big Fish too. Such a, and I love stories, and I've always loved stories, And I think that's how people see, because people want to be commemorated. They want to be legends. They want the whole planet to know who they are and remember who they are. That's never been my desire. My desire is a couple of people know who I am because I made life a little bit more comfortable for them. I'm pretty okay with that. Yeah, when I was younger, I wanted all the freaking hot press. I wanted all the prestige, property. I wanted all that stuff. And then even in learning that my incarnation is a spiritual based incarnation and all that stuff, you know, and being in part of programs that are trying to implement spirituality but still living in from ego. That's weird too, but I just got to remember that everybody's got their path. I've walked their path, you know, and at some point they're going to walk my path. That's just kind of how shared consciousness works. Collective consciousness works, is we all ultimately have the experience of everyone else out there. Yeah, that's why it's important to be decent to freaking people that you meet, you know, because you don't want to choose somebody out and then that's not it. Next incarnation, you're meeting yourself. That's weird. That's just how I look at things. And I've always looked at things different than other people. That's about all I got